Hey everybody, what you see here is something that is pretty uncommon. Um, this here is a Welch Air-Flight 20-inch box fan model 20W-U, and this one I got this one at the same time that I got the Kmart that I filmed last. So this one actually came from the same exact person that one came from. It was the same guy who was a mechanic. Who passed away this past November, unfortunately. And his daughter was selling, I guess, his equipment, and this and that Kmart were included in that package, and I decided to go ahead and get them. So when I got this one, it was filthy, absolutely filthy. I have cleaned it up somewhat. It's not perfect yet, but it's definitely a lot better than it was before. It's a vast improvement. It was just covered in like thick, like gritty dirt. Really, really weird. Actually, very messy. Got all over everything. Very rusty also. So, yeah, this one might need some work still. I'm not sure if I'm gonna repaint it or not. I do really like the patina that it has. But yeah, so this one is a fairly uncommon model. Fairly uncommon to see these. That's because Welch, the company that made this, the W.W. Welch Company, they were more known for making Hassock fans. Like this one that I have here. This one is actually not a Welch. This one is Hanovia. But I believe it's the same company because I have seen Welch Air-Flight circulator Hassock fans before. I think this is just like a later iteration of the company. But yeah, they were mostly known for making those. Um, they made very few portable fans. So this one is another bit of an oddball. I have seen, when I got this one, I looked up online to see if I could find any other examples of these. And I did find some that looked similar, but I couldn't find any that looked exactly like this one. So this one, I believe, for now, may be the only one of its kind, at least to surface. And I'll get into like some of the details on the differences in just a minute. But um, I guess we'll look at the top here first. So it has this really nice, big, bulky handle. I guess it needs that because this thing is really heavy. So you need a really nice big handle to carry the weight of the fan. The switch is on the top here on the left side, and it's kind of oriented this way. And it has this label on here. Now, unfortunately, when I got this fan, the label was in almost perfect condition. It was like almost impeccable. It was just dirty. And when I went to clean the fan, I went to clean the top first, and the cleaning material that I used was unfortunately that kind that rubs off the paint on the tag, unfortunately. But I stopped like the second that I saw the red starting to rub off, and I think I saved most of it. I unfortunately rubbed away the high indicator and a little bit of the medium one, but I kept the brand information and everything is still there, thankfully. I'm scared to wipe off any of the dirt because I don't want to rub off the red any more than it already is, but yeah, that's very unfortunate. I hate when that happens. It happens with a lot of ceiling fans I have too, where I clean off the tops of them, and the cleaning material I use just wipes away all the information. It's the worst. I wish that they did not use that type of paint or whatever, but yeah, it has this really standard Bakelite 3-speed click knob switch, and I believe it's a speed control inside of there. This little box right there. The motor itself has 2 wires going to it, so I do believe that there's a speed coil in that little box there. So the fan would originally have been this sort of teal, bluish color, but it is, as you can see, pretty rusted. The sides are in terrible shape, but the top is pretty bad. Actually, you can see it's not that bad on this side. You'll also notice that the cord has been replaced. This was done by the previous owner. His daughter who sold it to me actually told me that he had snipped off the previous one and installed this extension cord as a replacement so that it could be he could have a longer cord. And he just simply like snipped off the cord and spliced it right on to like the end of the cord that he cut off. He didn't like go right into the speed control or anything. So it's kind of sort of DIY, but like I guess it works. I really would like to have the original cord though. So this one has aluminum blades. The blade set on this one is actually a Torrington blade set. It is labeled. You can probably see it right there. Torrington. It's the same blade set that was used in that Atlas window fan that I have. Or not the same exact one, but similar design, same company. And one of the things that I found when I was looking these up online that I could not find on, well, that was on this one, but not on the other ones, is that on all the other ones that I found, the blades had these grooves in each of the fins. There's like 2 grooves and like a V shape. This one does not have that. So I'm not sure if like that was just like something that they did specifically for this model, or if that was just like something they just interchangeably use different blade sets on different models. I don't know. But I just thought that was kind of interesting how these blades are completely flat, unlike the other ones that I've seen. It also has the Venturi shroud, as you can see, which really does help with airflow. I really do like and I like the look of the Venturi shroud as well. The motor in this one is a universal motor. I turn the fan around to the back here. One thing that's interesting also is that there's labels on both the front and rear grills, so they just use the exact same grills on both sides. I thought that was pretty cool. But there's the motor. It's the same blue color as the cabinet. And there's the label, Universal Electric. And this is, let's see, model 36012, I believe, and let's see, current rating, 159 watts, it looks like. I can't see an amperage rating. Oh, 2.4 amps. Okay. So yeah, kind of an interesting design also with the blades, how they kind of go a little bit, they're bent a little backwards, and like the blade's hub goes around the motor, which is pretty cool. I thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah, so you can see the back here, there's still some rust on the inside of the cabinet there, and you can also see more clearly how they replaced that cord. Oh, and then this is also pretty interesting. The wiring that goes from the speed coil to the motor, it's actually cloth covered. So this one is probably from, not really sure when this one would be from. Probably from like the 50s, I want to say, maybe. 50s, late 40s, I'm not really sure. But these definitely are quite the enigma. I've never seen one of these before in my life. Oh, and it does have 2 rubber feet on the front here, but unfortunately the 2 on the back have gone missing. But it's not bad. It still has 2 of them. So now, I guess I will go ahead and turn the fan on. So let's start it up on high. Zoomed in for some reason. And I did give this one some oil, obviously, when I got it, but it still ran like perfectly when I got it. I hadn't even like touched it or anything. I plugged it in, turned it on. It was absolutely perfect. So I gave it some oil. It seems to run better now. It's really quiet. I'm actually astounded at how quiet this thing is. Very smooth runner too. Yeah, moving a lot of air. Alright. It's making me a little chilly, so I'm going to turn it down to medium. But this thing is really cool. Okay, low speed. Sorry for the shakiness. This fan is making me really cold. Okay, it's very, very quiet on low. And it goes pretty slow as well. You can almost count the revolutions of the blades. Alright. Spin down from low. And I want you guys to see, even on low, just how long the spin down is. I'll try not to shake a whole lot. Okay, so you can see this thing's bearings certainly are still in great condition, at least. So, despite its otherwise not so nice cosmetic condition, it still runs amazingly. Now, the one thing I wanted to do was show you guys the startup sound, because this thing does have quite the startup sound. So I will start it up from high. So, I mean, couldn't hear it very well there for some reason, but it does have a startup sound. Also, I think that sort of rattling noise is because there's some play in the shaft. Yeah, I think this one was run for quite some time when it was being used in that guy's shop. So, you spin down from high. This is gonna take even longer. Yeah, that's an absolutely insane spin down time. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I forgot about this fan. There's the front badge there, Welch Air-Flight model 20W. I like how it says the model on there too. It says model 20W, but it's actually model number 20W-U, as you can see. As I am interrupted by the telephone. But anyway, yeah, very, very cool. I am thrilled to have found one of these, even though I didn't know they existed before. Yeah, so that is just about it for this video. That is the Welch Air-Flight 20-inch box fan model 20W-U. So thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video.